Are you bored in the house? Are you in the house bored? Well, I'm here to help. Intro. Hi, I'm Nick. Thanks for coming to watch my video. I make 2 videos a week about productivity and stuff. This one is about how to be productive when you're bored. And this is a continuation of the last video, or I guess a partner to the last video. Last video was bored in the house. This is in the house bored. Stay tuned to the end for number 13, because number 13 is probably the best tip or trick I've ever even released on this channel. So definitely stick around for that. The first thing to do to be productive when you are bored is to brush up on your skills. So if you're bored, probably got a lot of time, probably got a lot of unpolished skills or unbrushed skills. I personally have been working on my video editing skills. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, it's definitely a useful skill. Number 2, journal. I've talked a lot about journaling, and I definitely think that it can really help clear your mind and keep track of your good ideas and your bad ideas and everything else in between. I will point you to my journaling video. A lot of cool information in there. Go check it out. Number 3, read. I'm a big book reader. Right now I'm reading Tribes by Seth Godin, and it is a super good book. I highly recommend it. It's about speaking to a big group of people. Well, kind of. It's about building up your tribe and being creative while you're doing it. Number 4. I am a young person, and I imagine you're probably a young person too. And it's important for us young people to know that if you're willing to learn anything, then you can do anything. We have a lot of time to learn, and this is the time to do it. And if you're gonna do it, commit to it and learn it better than anyone else you can, or anyone else you know. Learn it better than anyone else you know. Number 5, go for a walk. Walking can be great and meditative. It's a really good form of meditation because it keeps you in the present moment, because you gotta pay attention so you don't fall down. And nature sounds and the fractals in nature, great for mental health. Number 6, almost as important as 13, but not like nearly there. Watch Nick's YouTube channel. Got a lot of cool videos about being productive. Should go check them out. Okay, that's my only plug. 7, eliminate distractions. So it can be really easy to go straight to your phone or whatever else is distracting you in the universe before you do the thing on your to-do list. I talked a little bit about dopamine fasting in the last video. There's a link to it. And basically dopamine fasting is where if you want to do a really boring task for a long time, you kind of got to work up to it. And the best way to work up to it is by getting rid of those distractions in your life that are bringing your dopamine levels up really high. So something like going on TikTok or going on YouTube and watching all of Nick's YouTube channel videos. Those types of actions will shoot your dopamine levels up and create a standard in your brain for just doing regular everyday tasks. So reading a book is going to become 10 times harder if you know you've got something way more interesting to look at. If you cut out those really interesting things that are just designed to hold your attention, then you're on your way to being less bored and getting the things that you want to do done. Number 8, learn to invest your money. I'm going to do a video on this in a couple, probably next week, but I'm just going to bring up a couple apps that I like, that I use to manage my money. I use Clarity to kind of keep everything in order, and it gives you some interesting information to look at how you're spending your money, so keeping track of it. I use Clarity. For investing, I use M1 Finance, and Acorns are pretty cool. M1 Finance allows you to put together a whole portfolio of stocks, so you can just invest into that little portfolio. And Acorns is great because it rounds up everything you buy to the nearest dollar and invest that for the future. Really cool. Number 9, unfollow people on your social feeds. I've always just kind of followed whoever I wanted to on Instagram. A lot of times acquaintances and just people I don't really know that well. And it turned my Instagram kind of into a high school hallway of a place, which is fine for high schoolers. So now I'm trying to only follow people that I would actually walk up to and approach in the real world. I think that's just a better way to organize my digital life and people that inspire me. But yeah, I also think that how you present yourself on the internet is kind of reflective of how you view the internet. So if you're following a whole bunch of people that maybe aren't where you want to be in life, or they're younger than you, or maybe there's a million things. But a lot of times that whatever you're seeing on there, you'll reflect in whatever you're creating. So being mindful of what you're taking in, very important. Number 10, plan the task ahead. Planning can be a very thoughtful exercise that takes up a lot of brain power. So not the best when you're bored, but there are different ways to plan that require a little less brain power. And doing things like that can be super useful, especially for just giving you some more momentum and maybe getting you out of that bored state. 11, don't worry, we're getting close to the end. There's 13 of them. Set your goals for next year. It's important to look ahead. This is kind of similar to the last step where you're planning, but it can be really helpful to have a little bit of a bigger picture, just kind of see where you're going, see if what you're doing today aligns with what you want to do in the future. And number 12, learn a new language. I use Duolingo. I'm not super fluent in any language except English. I'm not a huge fan of learning languages just because it's a challenge for me. Bad at memorizing things. But Duolingo is awesome. Has a little streaks thing. That's the only way I've ever been able to consistently study language other than school. And the last one, this is the biggest one, probably the most important one I will say today. Number 13 is botany. Oh yeah.
Transition.
Plants. This, I got some fractals in here. Look at this. Really very meditative, let you take care of things. Anyway, that was the one. Botany. Thanks for watching my videos. Check out the other ones if you want to. And leave a comment in the comment section if you have any other ideas on how to be productive when you're bored. All right, catch you on the flip flop.